We started this struggle long time ago. We are very few people in this country. Everybody was scared during those days. At the most, we started from a University of Nairobi and the Kinyatti University. There were no other people who were talking. People are scared. People are arrested. People are killed. But we decided it is about time we stand up and we say no to neo-colonialism and imperialism. And we say no to foreign domination. This basically is what we did. And we start actually going on writing papers, leaflets, and everything to say no to more in the country. But there has been history is written by those who are in power. We are told that the people who actually started this struggle is actually Matiba and Robia, and of course Raila. Our names are not there, even in newspaper. Even when they write about these things, they don't talk about us, that actually started this. No, they don't talk. But you can see the history is written by those people who actually have power, and they're actually in the State House. And this is what actually happened. And to go back to not the history of this book, we started in December 1974. We get together. We are not many. We are very few people who actually started. And this was Kamoji Ashira. We are 5 of us. Maina Kinyatti, and somebody called Amin Kassam, Awiti, Adu Awiti, and basically we are 5. I think we are 5 people of us actually when we started. What we started was called the Workers' Party of Kenya. And we decided we are going to make underground movement. We are going to recruit people, and that the party we started. And basically it became, you never know, nobody ever know actually it was not. But we are ourselves, we are actually a communist party. It was a communist party in Kenya, but we are calling it the Workers' Party of Kenya. About 5 of us. Later on, we joined with others, people like you and others. And we started actually going underground. Most of the time, me and you were assigned to distribute papers or leaflet outside in Nairobi and other places. We are commonly by that time. And the history it went on. It was the first organized movement in Kenya underground, and it was the first organization which produced a paper to challenge the state. And that paper was called Mwakenya. No, there's somebody I missed. I didn't say it. Koigwa Mwene was part of the 5 people who started this movement. But it came to transformation of this movement that by 1982, we continue working underground, produce papers, leaflets, and other things and fighting back. And then the movement changed to become what we call, and the popular name is called DTM, December 12 Movement. This became open. It was the one that produced Habana. And when we started that, we came out after to charity and we produced Habana. This is how we started. And I'm telling you, it was we are scared too. But we took part. We thought probably we can actually challenge the state. And we did that very carefully. And we started mobilizing people, recruiting people. We got a lot of people recruited. So the next stage was actually in 1982, in June, we are arrested. And the most actually, there were intellectuals in university. Wachira, Kamoji Wachira, Oyugi, Edward Oyugi, Alamin, and Maina Kinyatti, and of course, Mukano Nganga. But Mukano Nganga was not part of the underground movement. But he was arrested was that. But we are not arrested because we are underground. We are arrested because according to the state, we are teaching revolutionary violence. The government did not know that there was actually underground movement. But they did not know. And we never asked about that. And later, that's the transport. So we left, most important, what we left actually is the Central Committee was not known. What actually was known is actually what we call March 2nd, which actually we can call it the coordinating section of the party, which actually now is called December 19th. And when we were arrested, of course, we are the leader of the movement. So what happened? We left. And of course, there was young people who had to take over because we are not there. And this was actually the time Gogi was not there, which was a part of the movement. He was in London. He was not arrested. He has himself asked to form another center with Yusuf and Abdallah, Latif, Abdallah, and others, and Wajul Kihoro, and in London. And it became very powerful movement in London, actually speaking on behalf of Kenyans. And Yusuf was there too. So what was left here when we were arrested is actually younger people. And the most important, the people came as part of December 12 movement. It was two people actually continue with this movement. Was actually Kibachia and of course Stachi, or George Stachi. Those two started to continue the movement. And it continued. So later on it went to another stage. They started, continue, they called themselves the Central Revolution Council of DTN. And they continue working of all time. But it came again, the other stage, the third stage, which in 1985 was another transformation. The name of the movement was changed to what we call now Mwakenya. And the problem here, it changed its style, strategy, and everything else we are doing. It started that to force people, basically to give people oath to become members of the movement. This is to expose. The movement had to be exposed to the secret police and others. So a lot of people were arrested because they were terrorists. The group which started the movement, which actually started the oath, was actually the Gedongori group, was led by Young Pihara. He's not alive yet. The movement is supposed to, the oath was supposed like the oath of the Mau Mau movement, that people had to take oath and basically to become members of the movement. And forgetting that actually Mau Mau movement was basically another period of our history where people could not write or speak or read. And it basically was based in Central Province, not other places. It was a Kikuyu tradition of. So this was changed. But ourselves, we had actually gone beyond that. People had to take to become ideologically involved. We had actually to recruit people and take them to classes to understand the ideology of Marxism. And we are the first people in this country to bring Marxism in this country and to make it a vehicle for the next struggle for democracy in this country. So this is what was taken. So the other people were basically arrested, and so many people, so we felt prisoners and others left for US, United States, and other places. But the only thing I want to say about this thing, if I go back a little bit, there's one thing we decided we never do. One, we never accept foreign finance. We say we'll never accept. We actually spent, and the way we can say it, we spent our money. That us, people who are actually in university, we say every day we pay 5% of our salary to the movement. We refuse to accept foreign domination. We refuse to accept funding. We refuse to accept any money given to us by imperialist countries like United States, Britain, and other places. But today, it's the other way around. But we argue very much about these things, that you cannot be funded by foreigners and then you fight for democracy in Kenya. That's rubbish. NGOs, and they also used to use donor money actually to carry on in the struggle for democracy. But they don't fight for the working class. They don't fight for land, which is the question of land, which actually the land becomes the main thing. We cannot allow people, so many people, a few people actually have the whole country run, have so huge land, and basically, and us, we have nothing at all. Without democracy means food. It means that equal social justice. It means that we have, that the land should be divided among Kenyans. Everybody has a part of it. And it means that people like people of Turkana should not die because they don't have food. Because our country can feed East Africa if we put it together. There's no question about that. So I want to go down to basically to finish what I was saying. I thought it was introduction because today is actually Yusuf Day, and we want to give him the time actually to speak. Yusuf and I know each other from way back. I came from prison, and the people who welcomed me actually were Yusuf, Golwadjong, Dratif, and others. And that time I went to London. We have a conference on Kenya. And that time I met you, and we became comrades and friends. From what I know about Yusuf, is his courage and his love for this country, and that he is not scared or afraid to speak his mind. And when actually he joined the movement, he was elected, not elected, became the chairman of the Mwakenya, which actually he became the president. And remember those days, what happened for us and Bogi and others was very easy to talk about Moi. They say we make noise. When he used to join, the papers everywhere in this country, we talk about the secret police went to his home to see the parents, to harass the parents, and to do all kind of things. They couldn't believe that we could join as Kenyans to fight for democracy. And he joined. And he has a lot of courage. And this, what we need is people like Yusuf, people like others actually, who stood up and argued that actually we need democracy. The last thing I want to say, what happened to have the constitution is not democracy. People talk about their constitution. What we have created, because we have fought for that, is actually to create a democratic space. So the struggle for democracy, it got take long, and we got to fight for this. So what we have is democratic space, that we can have demonstrations, that we can gather here and talk without being harassed by anyone. And that's democratic space. Democracy means justice, social justice, that everybody in Kenya should have enough to eat, should have a place to build his own house. This is what we call democracy, not otherwise. So for me, I want to finish and ask the community and do Yusuf to pick up and continue with the festival.